X flare inbound. Impact in minutes.
Copy. All systems on alert. Monitoring satellites.
Signals are degrading fast.
The sky just went crazy. Solar storms, auroras, and chaos above us. The sun is WILDIN right now. Massive solar storms, the strongest in nearly 20 years, are blasting Earth. These cannibal storms, yes, that's real, are colliding in space, lighting up skies from Florida to California and even New York City with glowing pink, red, and green auroras. But it's not all pretty lights. These solar storms are so strong, they're messing with GPS, satellites, and even rocket launches. NASA's Mars mission? On pause. Experts say we're in a G4 level storm, one step away from extreme. Some scientists think we could hit G5, which hasn't happened since 2003. So yeah, enjoy the Cosmic Light Show tonight. Again, we tell you all about it in today's episode of the Zebratruth podcast. Wow. Jane, have you seen the insane photos floating around TikTok of the aurora lighting up skies all across the US? I mean, people in Florida are posting Northern Lights selfies. Florida! But behind those viral colors, it turns out these solar storms are more than just Instagrammable moments. Let's set the stage. Space weather forecasters say we're riding out one of the strongest geomagnetic storms in 20 years. What's your first reaction to all of this cosmic chaos?
Honestly, Thomas, it's wild and a little bit spooky at the same time. The science lover in me wants to race outside with a camera, but the tech nerd is sweating over those G4 level warnings. A storm strong enough to mess with GPS and even stall rocket launches? That's next level. I saw Blue Origin had to postpone their Mars mission launch because of the heightened solar activity. It's like the universe sent an out-of-office reply.
Haha, out of office from the entire solar system classic. But let's break this down logically for everyone. So, we've got these coronal mass ejections, supercharged plasma clouds slamming into our magnetic field, right? That's what's amping up the auroras. But it's also what fries communications and GPS. The NOAA's Sean Dahl said we hit G4, and some folks are whispering about a possible G5, which is basically a solar boss battle. How worried should we be about the disruption side of things?
Well, let's not panic just yet. But it's not all pretty skies. You remember the 2003 G5 storm that knocked out power in Sweden? And back in May, John Deere's tractors with GPS got totally lost in the fields. Some farmers had a real-life bumper crop of confusion. It's a reminder that even though we're obsessed with the lights, there's real infrastructure at risk, from transformers to satellites. Not to mention the 1,859 Carrington event, which literally set telegraph lines on fire. So, it's not sci-fi, there's legitimate cause for backup plans.
That actually reminds me. The British Geological Survey called this a cannibal storm. The second CME swallowed up the first before slamming into Earth. Sounds like a cosmic street fight, but it's dead serious for grid operators and satellite crews. Still, I gotta ask, are there any upsides to this, or is it just danger wrapped in pretty colors?
There's a weird silver lining, honestly. It's kind of magical that so many people, whether they're in Alabama or Scotland, get to witness this galactic light show. Plus, it's got scientists collaborating globally to monitor, predict, and manage the fallout. I read that camera sensors are catching auroras invisible to the naked eye, so even our tech is helping us see new sides of nature. It's a cosmic reminder that, for all our human drama, the universe is running the ultimate group project.
So, let's take a step back, big picture. Events like this feel almost like nature poking us, saying, hey, you're all in this together. When communications and power grids are at risk, it really puts our reliance on tech and our vulnerability front and center. Does this cosmic drama say anything deeper about our society or democracy in your view?
Absolutely. It's like a sci-fi allegory coming to life. We're so interconnected, one solar burp, and suddenly farmers, pilots, and even TikTokers are all impacted. It's a real gut check on how much we lean on invisible systems. But I also think it's a call for unity. During these storms, scientists, governments, and even casual skywatchers band together, sharing data and tips. It shows us our shared vulnerability and maybe our shared responsibility.
Funny you say that. I saw people online helping each other find the best spots for aurora viewing, but also sharing quick hacks for GPS failures. There's this odd blend of awe and anxiety. I wonder if we could imagine the best outcome here. What would it look like? A world where these cosmic events push us to build more robust infrastructure, or maybe even connect more as communities?
For sure, the ideal scenario would be using these events not just as wow moments, but as wake-up calls. Like investing in space weather forecasting, hardening the grid, and making tech more resilient. At the same time, maybe more people looking up from their screens literally to appreciate the wonder overhead. If solar storms can spark global cooperation, maybe there's hope for bigger challenges too. Plus, anything that gets people outside and away from doom scrolling for a bit can't be all bad, right?
Couldn't agree more. There's something about looking up at those lights, whether you're in Wisconsin or West Virginia, that makes you feel both tiny and totally connected. But before we ride off on a wave of cosmic optimism, gotta ask, what's the real, practical way forward? Are governments and industries actually stepping up to the challenge?
It's a work in progress. Power companies got the heads up from NOAA and acted fast this time. Satellites were shifted and rocket launches delayed instead of risking billions. But the gap is real. Many systems are still vulnerable, and not every country has the resources to prep for a solar boss fight. We need more investment, and honestly, some creative policy thinking. Maybe even international agreements, since space weather doesn't care about borders or politics.
Jane, I love how this whole story goes from jaw-dropping TikTok-worthy auroras to really existential questions about our shared future. We've seen the beauty, the risks, and the need for both science and solidarity. If there's one message for our listeners to take home, what would it be?
I'd say, enjoy the spectacle, but keep asking questions. Don't just get swept up in the colors. Think about what's happening behind the scenes and who's working to keep us all safe. And hey, if you've got a clear sky tonight, maybe drag a friend outside and wonder at the universe together. There's more to these storms than meets the eye literally and figuratively.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So here's our thought to leave you all with: what would you change about how we prepare for and talk about events like these? DM us your take or drop a comment on our latest post. Stay curious, stay critical, and keep looking up. There's always more happening behind the scenes.
Here's to more drama, more dialogue, and never settling for the easy narrative. Okay, on that positive note, that is a wrap for today then. Well, thanks to everyone for listening to the Daily World Pod by Zebratruth. If you learned something today or got a little fired up, share the episode, subscribe, and stay tuned. We'll be back with more from the bleeding edge of AI and science. Meanwhile, you can also visit our website, www.zebratruth.com, and download our app to stay informed and stay connected.